The more I immerse myself in the world of technologies, the more I see this gap between technologies and spirituality and holistic approach to our health. For me, this holistic approach and optimizing my biology through inner work was always my path, because spirit leads and science elevates, and that's how we create this holistic approach to our health.
Spirit leads and science elevates.
Yes.
I love that, because there is a bridge, and science is starting to show that ancient wisdom and ancient technologies were real and scientifically proved.
Innovations, technologies, we can now detect an early stage cancer, heart disease. At our ultimate wellness, we will have some technologies for early detection. We even will offer heart scan right at the venue.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's discipline, really, and discipline as love for ourselves. I read something I think you wrote or you said about, because it's not just about living longer, it's about living healthy.
This is probably missing puzzle in this longevity science, and I just wanted to bring it all together, and I absolutely believe it can coexist all together.
So welcome back to the SageFull Living Podcast. I'm joined today by Julia Smila. Julia is the founder of Ultimate Wellness. She is a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner and the visionary behind the Ultimate Wellness Conference, taking place at the Faina Forum in Miami Beach in September. With a background in venture capital, health technology, and biohacking, combined with years of study in meditation, chronic healing, and holistic wellness, Julia is passionate about bridging cutting-edge science with ancient wisdom to help people live longer, healthier, and more vibrant lives. Julia, welcome to the SageFull Living Podcast.
Such a wonderful introduction. Thank you for inviting me and having me at your podcast. I truly looking forward for our conversation.
Beautiful. I'm so excited because I love biohacking and longevity and wellness. So how did you go from venture capitalist to ultimate wellness?
I always loved collaborating with entrepreneurs, especially those who shape biotech and health tech industries and empowers human potential with new technologies and innovations and advanced technologies.
When you were a venture capitalist, were those the type of firms that you invested in?
I actually was consulting startups to
find investors.
Yes.
Okay.
And we had syndicate fund, and we hosted a lot of conferences for venture capital market participants, entrepreneurs, and investors, institutional investors, and private equity as well.
So what inspired you to start this brand? What was that catalyst to say, I'm not going to be the person helping them find investors anymore. I'm going to create my own brand and my own conference to get this technology out?
The situation is that the more I immerse myself in the world of technologies, the more I see this gap between technologies and spirituality and holistic approach to our health. In my personal journey, I have been practicing meditation for more than 20 years, transcendental meditation. I'm pranic healer. I do energy work, I do yoga, arhatic yoga, and all kinds of yoga. So for me, this holistic approach, optimizing my biology through inner work, was always my path. And then I saw that this is probably missing puzzle in this longevity science, and I just wanted to bring it all together, and I absolutely believe it can coexist all together, beautifully complete each other. And ultimate wellness is holistic wellness. It's holistic approach to our health, the spirit, emotional, mind-body connection. And I intentionally put spirit first because spirit leads and science elevates. And that's how we create this holistic approach to our health.
Spirit leads and science elevates.
Yes.
I love that, because there is a bridge, and science is starting to show that ancient wisdom and ancient technologies were real and scientifically proved.
Of course. Clairvoyance, they saw energy body well before we now with modern technologies can really
measure it.
Measure it.
Yeah.
But it's already was known long time before. I also emphasize this conscious approach to longevity because we are not only biological systems to be optimized, we are conscious, beautiful souls and living and optimizing our biology. It's wonderful. It's something that I also do. I do optimize my nutrition, of course, my sleep, exercising. I do many other interventions with innovative technologies, from red light to hyperbaric oxygen therapies to molecular hydrogen to everything in between, glutathione, NAD+, and all together. I do this, but at the same time, I believe that this conscious approach to longevity, it's when your mind, not shaped by chemistry of your body, but it is conscious, this source shapes your mind and body. So this something that which is above your mind and body, because your mind should not be depending on only chemistry of your biological systems or something external that happens to you. You should choose your state of conscious right now and choose your thoughts and your state, and you know that our body has innate intelligence to heal itself.
So true.
Yeah, so we don't need to teach our body how to heal itself. We just need to remove all stresses. I believe that main cause for all disease is stresses.
The stresses, yeah.
Yes, and when I can say stress, of course, first of all, I mean this long-term chronic stress. I don't mean acute stress, which is very natural for us. We move from stress to relaxation. Right. It's normal. But I mean that long-term chronic stress. And what I mean, for me, it starts with spiritual stress, disconnection, but it's also emotional, mental stress, and of course, within your systems, functional, biochemical, mechanical. So it's something that's happening inside your body. I always say it's hidden stressors. Hormone imbalances, not enough vitamins,
not enough water, even
nervous system dysregulation,
yep.
Digestive issues. It's also stress. Of course, it influences us. So everything that's happening inside your body, hormone, immune, digestion, detoxification, oxidative stress, it needs assessment from time to time. So I am not only about like spiritual approach, but also, of course, about science-backed innovations, technologies, and measurement. I always suggest, and I do, measurement of all main.
What is the best way for this measurement? Is this blood work? Is this stool testing?
Stool test, blood work, food sensitivity test. If you see some pro-inflammatory foods you want to exclude from your diet, you want to know if you have sufficient amount of certain vitamins like omega-3, vitamin D, B12, and many other biomarkers. But mostly measurement and testing makes more sense if you do it in the beginning of your protocol and over some time, so you can assess results and see how it works for you. And of course, it's also very important that you have interpretation of your biomarkers based not on average population, but with more narrow suggestions. So because usually in thick care, they are based on not healthy population.
Right.
So what is used to as normal, it can be abnormal. It can be not enough. So testing is very important because we need to remove all these biological stressors, of course, as well. But if we optimize, if we remove emotional stress, we balance our nervous system, then our body can heal itself. So I don't believe really in treating something specifically. I believe in balancing our body through holistic approach to our health. And once we balance ourselves, starting with nervous system and nutrition, sleep, exercising, energy work as well, then we just thrive because nothing interferes with our innate intelligence to heal itself.
And that's so beautiful, and that really speaks to everyone. It doesn't have to be that you have to go through the hyperbaric chamber or these, biohacking things that maybe people can't afford, but you can do testing. you can do meditation.
No,
you can find
of
ways
course.
to relax the nervous system through everything that you just said. And I love that bridge of spirituality and science. Me personally, I get blood work. I'll go to my general practitioner to get blood work. I get from my functional medicine doctor things to add to the blood work.
Right.
So my insurance is paying for my blood work, but I really review it with my functional medicine doctor.
Yes, I also functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, as you introduced me. So I'm very much in functional medicine and regenerative medicine and preventive medicine.
Can you explain to our audience what is those three things that you just said? What is functional medicine?
Functional medicine concentrates on not managing symptoms, but addressing the root cause of those symptoms. And even symptoms, the same symptoms, they can be caused by different kinds of imbalances in different systems. So, like not enough energy can be caused by hormone imbalance, or it can be caused by digestive issues. Giving you an example, that's why we need assessment. But at the same time, we need to connect dots between those papers and measurement and your symptoms, because you don't want to treat paper. And you don't want only rely on your symptoms. You want to understand what is really going on inside your body. This is functional medicine, and I believe that we have huge shift from disease care to prevention, early detection. Of course, with all these innovations, technologies, we can now detect an early stage cancer, heart disease. At our Ultimate Wellness, we will have at the conference, we will have some technologies for early detection. We even will offer heart scan right at the venue.
Wow.
Yeah, and they will even give away some full body MRI. But it's just an example. We will have wonderful companies for optimizing NAD+, for optimizing glutathione, many technologies concentrate.
So tell people, because this NAD+ and glutathione, is that something we naturally produce?
Of course.
Okay, and then we take it as a supplement or a sublingual or a shot because the body's depleted from it. Is that why?
Now we have these oral forms which are very high bioavailable, and so we don't need anymore NAD+ IVs which just spike NAD+, and we want take it more on daily basis, constantly, not just doing spikes in our blood.
Why do we need this?
NAD+, it's energy production. It's some insights to your metabolic health, and it's one of the important molecule for longevity. But of course, it's not only one molecule. Glutathione is antioxidant, and we also need to see if there is inflammation going on, pro-inflammatory markers, and we also want to optimize our hormones, and we also want to optimize our micronutrients. So in many cases, when some company promotes something, they are very aggressive with promotion and they overpromise sometimes, even though molecule itself has very good science background and very well researched, and what they say is really how it is. But just with supplements, it always often gets overpromised. So yes, we produce it. Our body produces it. With aging, of course, we produce it less. No, with aging, we produce less everything.
Less everything, I know,
yes,
right?
Less everything. It's decline with aging. Yes, but at the same time, fragmented and overpromised information, causes a lot of problems because for example, with very controversial topic about peptides. Yes, peptides have some research behind them, but not only even this. The problem is the quality of those compounds, where do you source them? And also the problem is that people think that they can manage everything with some innovation like peptides. But for example, with peptides, if you don't have a good level of ferritin, they will do nothing for you because they are signaling molecules, and you still need building blocks, and you need amino acids to build anything. So that's why we need
practitioners like you to help people understand.
So to see like a bigger picture.
Bigger picture.
Yes,
yeah.
and Now we are talking about bigger picture in, for example, biohacks, some biotech, health tech, but I offer even zoom out and see even more whole system, because this system inside measuring different biomarkers and connecting dots, it's one picture, one level of truth. Like it's always like many levels of truth. As you know, in yoga, somebody believes 7 chakras, somebody believes 12 chakras, and like 21, and more and more and more. And it's not like it's not truth, it's just level of truth. And that's with holistic health, I offer even next level of truth. Inside these parts, everything is right. But if you don't see bigger picture and you're disconnected, you don't understand the spirit, emotional, mind, body connection, and you see yourself as biological system only, this is also, it's not ideal. It's not
enough.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Yeah.
We want to address all stressors on all levels.
Thank you for that explanation, because I've never seen functional medicine. I haven't thought to myself to look at that it is finding that root cause and looking at the whole picture. Because you're right, we go to a Western medicine doctor because we have a symptom and they give us something to treat that symptom. But wait a second, where is that symptom coming from? Where is it in the body? Where is it in the stressors? Where is it in the emotional? And let's cure it so it never comes back. Not let's just put a Band-Aid on it.
Yes, I like this explanation that you provided, that this stored trauma, stored stress, and not balanced nervous system, we often major on minors while we don't create and manage this inner state. So it's wonderful to have red light devices, and I have a lot of red light devices at my home. I always ask, why do I need one more device? And we will have red light, of course, at the conference. And this is actually supported by science, red light. But again, it is supported for regeneration, supported for pain management, but it's not as much. We don't have data about for longevity. Like this is one of examples over promising. So some even technologies, they do improve health, but it's not like magic pill.
I think that is because, we live in such a capital world.
Yes.
And like you said, there's now peptide companies galore and supplement companies galore. How do we help people to discern what would be good for them? You saying red light, by the way, is reminding me I should be sitting in front of mine. For the pain.
Yeah, it's very good for pain relief. It's for regeneration.
So how do people discern? Because I think sometimes, and I feel your conference is going to be such an amazing place for people to go and learn this stuff and help them with the discernment. But for the person that can't make it to the conference and there's like I had someone yesterday saw my podcast about cacao and they went online and just bought cacao off of Amazon. To me, you're not buying ceremonial cacao. You're just now, again, putting a Band-Aid on it. So how do we help people discern between what is good and what is just out there?
People need to evaluate everything that they see, they learn. At our conference, we, of course, select companies. We don't accept all companies, and we have very good selection of supplements and very limited number of supplements, because I personally believe that supplement markets overwhelmed with not quality products, and you don't need a lot of that much supplements. But we have some good supplement companies, Genfinity, Aura Wellness with glutathione. We have Berkeley Life with NO molecule. Nitric oxide. We have Novos, which is one of the best longevity supplement companies. A few other nutrition companies, but how we choose? Of course, we need to look at data and third-party testing, independent research, and this is how this is how I choose products. I look at scientific information, not only marketing information, because in many cases it's different information. We will have a peptide company, one of the most well-known research companies. They don't specifically sell to individuals, but their research companies, they will share some latest and greatest research on peptides, limitless biotech.
So it's do your research. Don't fall for the marketing.
Yeah, don't fall for the marketing at conferences, at podcasts. Do your own research. Look for independent science. And again, let's take Mitopure. Mitopure, it's one of the most researched molecule. Mitopure.
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's also for longevity. And it is one of the most well-researched. But again, in marketing, they overpromise. Numbers, they overpromise. If we look at their marketing, they overpromise. And of course, also, I love actually supplements which, better say, whole foods like superfoods. For example, I take Purium. They don't alterate molecules. They just take molecules as they exist and in nature. You can't over supplement. You always just get.
Because it's coming from
nature. It's coming from nature.
That.
Yeah, it's organic. Of course, nutrition. We are talking a lot now about supplementation, but let's remind that the number one epigenetic influence is nutrition. I mean, starting with food, which you eat. And of course, we have our genes, which are hardwired. We can change our genetic blueprint, but we absolutely can influence genes expression. And the first number one epigenetic influence is our nutrition. That's why I pay lots of attention to nutrition. And the main and basic, and you have to do this, it's not processed, organic, nutrient-dense food. I get my produce from regenerative farms, not from
Costco.
Not.
I think that is the hardest thing out there, is especially in the U.S. is the food is contaminated. Its nutrition is knocked down,
so depletion.
because of pesticides or whatnot. But nutrition is definitely, I agree with you, that the number one. And what's coming to me too is a lot of people don't even realize the inflammation going on inside of their body. And I was one of them. I've had issues with my gut my whole life until I got to a point to realize that this is.
And what helped you heal? How did you?
It's coming to that proper nutrition, and I'm still healing it. I've had all sorts of tests and I've done all sorts of things, but it's really coming into that clean eating.
And a big thing also, food sensitivities. As functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, I always suggest test for food sensitivities, because the food which you're sensitive to causes inflammation, and these pro-inflammatory foods, if you keep taking those foods, they cause even more inflammation, and then you will have more foods which you are sensitive to. So they add inflammation, and the number of those foods grows.
It's interesting. The last time I did a food sensitivity, for me, it said beef, figs, and honey.
Yeah,
and
honey.
I eat a lot of beef. And I bet you I'm not doing myself justice with the red meat.
Yeah.
My iron is probably great. My cholesterol is not. But I bet you my inflammation is probably incited by that.
Yeah, but also because of inflammation of intestine, this lining and the lice, then you don't absorb nutrients. So you can even eat very good food, nutrient-dense food. But if you don't absorb nutrients because of gut inflammation, that's...
How do we know? What is there testing for that to know if you're...
You can measure your microbiome. You will see those good bacteria or bad bacteria overgrowth, but you don't want only kill bad bacteria. It's also, again, about balance. You won't just grow your good bacteria, so it will be more balanced. And how you grow, of course, you need some fiber, lots of fiber actually, and prebiotics. So for your microbiome to produce probiotics, it needs prebiotics.
Your microbiome to produce probiotics, we need
prebiotics, and then we also have postbiotics. So it's pre, pro, post. And we often, again, supplement market offers us probiotics or even postbiotics like butyrate. Wonderful, it's good postbiotic. We needed butyrate. Of course, you can take it from pills, but the question is why your own microbiome does not produce it.
Already,
Probably they don't have enough food. Yes, probably you need to change your nutrition so your microbiome gets enough food, because we do not process fiber. But our microbiome, we feed our microbiome with this fiber.
It's a good reminder for me for more fiber. Thank you.
Fiber is, like, again.
And fiber isn't eating bread.
No, it's not eating bread. Greens, vegetables, mostly vegetables over fruits. But again, like everything is very individual, and this is some basic. The only thing which is true for everyone is clean nutrition. It's organic, it's whole foods, it's not processed food, but then ratio of macronutrients, protein, fiber, and fat, healthy fat, you also need to identify for yourself, because some people, they thrive on more protein. Some people, they thrive on more carbs. It's actually also depends on your metabolic type. So,
and it can shift too. As you hit menopause, I need more protein.
It even shifts during the month, not only all
through
life.
The cycle.
You can change your metabolic type can change over life several times back and forth. And this is why we also want this intuitive nutrition. And everything what you do for yourself, listen to your intuition. Not only look for science, but your intuition. I am very intuitive, and I like listen to my intuition, and also meditation helps.
I was just about to say it's because you meditate, you pranic healing, transcendental. When we get to that centered, grounded, balanced way within ourselves and with our body, we can open our intuition and we can really start to hear. Yeah. But if we are running around and we're always chaotic, we're tuning our intuition
just pause, listen to the silence inside you, and ask questions yourself. Question yourself, not someone around, and even not very good experienced practitioner, but also listen to yourself. Meditation helps a lot. Meditation is a big part of my everyday practice, like wellness protocol, and of course energy healing. I like energy cleansing and energizing myself, and purification before meditation, because we often do meditations without purification, and we just circle that stagnant energy because we don't purify before meditation. But transcendental, for example, transcendental meditation, which is Maharishi yoga, that is very natural, very easy to do practice, and you don't even do any purification. You just meditate. The transcendental.
I have my own mantra.
I believe you know.
Yes, I'm going to tell you a little story. My brother, who was 35 years law enforcement, went on a warrior path retreat. It was for combat veterans, where they did equine therapy and transcendental meditation. And now my brother meditates twice a day.
Wonderful.
20 minutes transcendental meditation, and to me, amazing. So it is for everyone.
And again, very natural practice for everyone, stress relief, and wonderful. David Lynch did a great job with his David Lynch Foundation, and they did a lot of research. So now, not only because of his research, many other foundations, they did research on meditation, so nobody can say that meditation is not science-based. It is. So it is science-based, and we know that, Foundation Life and Mind, I believe, when they brought modern scientists and contemplative practitioners, including Dalai Lama, 14th Dalai Lama, I believe. They did this mere, conversations again between science, connection to spirituality, and they found I saw documentary with many modern science, new research, which ancient wisdom already have been known for centuries. So there is connections.
This is a perfect
Dalai
segue.
Lama did Dalai Lama documentary.
I wanted to ask you that, where ancient wisdom comes in, because there's so much for us to learn from nature and from history.
Yeah, of course. That's why, again, at Ultimate Wellness, we bring many innovative science-backed technologies, but also we incorporate time-tested practices such as breath work, meditations, Tai Chi, Qigong, even yoga with swords, many energy healing modalities, workshops, hands-on workshops. And then when we put it all together, this is how we create ultimate wellness. Science and time-tested ancient techniques, practices, and of course, not everything what you learn you need to practice, but what I mean that anything that you learn, even if it's a wonderful practice, it does nothing for you if you don't practice.
If you don't practice.
It's just like if you see some practice, you save it to practice next time, then okay, you don't do it.
Yeah, so it's putting it actually into practice.
Yeah, and that's where science meets spirituality, where innovative technologies meet practical application. So, it's not like this or that, and something that you really can practice on everyday basis.
And that's what we need.
Yeah, this is what we need, because sometimes very basic practices with consistency, they outperform the most innovative technologies, which you do once in a while.
Right.
Once in a while, and consistent practice.
It's discipline, really, and discipline as love for ourselves. I read something I think you wrote or you said about, because it's not just about living longer, it's about living
healthier and more fulfilled life in present state, this moment, because in many times people don't feel happy because they are all stuck in the past or they overthink future, and this is the main thing. When we are not happy, we are not in the present moment.
Yeah.
So this conscious living, again, it applies to your longevity and the quality of your life, because this is if you are present in this moment, if you enjoy every moment, this is the most fulfilling and vibrant life, if you experience every moment very in full. Yeah. Not briefly.
Yeah.
This, that. Yeah. And of course, we all overthink situations. I know it's not only me. I'm sorry. So we often stuck in our thoughts, and our brain repeats thoughts, the same patterns, and that we need to train our brain to build new neuron pathways and reshape our brain and consciously stop some thoughts which doesn't serve us anymore or never served us, but we still have those thoughts, and we need to choose our thoughts as we choose our clothes.
Choose our thoughts as we choose our clothes.
Be very mindful about your thoughts.
Your thought wardrobe.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, today I picked this with flowers.
Yes. I love this. And Jody and I, on the last podcast, we're talking about this too, that the thoughts are so important. We don't realize our negative inner dialogue. And she said we're going to turn that inner critic to our inner coach.
Yeah, where our intention goes, our energy flows.
Yeah.
So redirect your energy to positive thoughts and never say what you don't want. Say what you want.
Yes, and what you choose.
Yeah, the best resolution, the best solution, the best result, how you want to do it. Yeah, so this is a little bit about conscious longevity and ultimate wellness.
I love that. I love those words, conscious and longevity together.
We don't exclude science. We don't say that we need only spirituality and connection to spirit and everything will manage itself. We still need to do our job, but just so with more intention and understanding of whole picture.
Beautiful. I'm going to get into some questions. We'll go through, see if we're going to include them or not. But before we get into that, tell everyone about the conference. Tell us the dates, the times, who you're so excited to bring to the stage.
Yeah, it's very exciting, really. It's going to be our annual conference, Ultimate Wellness Conference, at the Faena Forum. It's exceptional venue infused with natural light in Miami Beach. Many of you know this venue. It's really beautiful. We booked the entire 5-story building and we host activity on all levels. Our expo with innovative technology companies, with some biotech, health tech innovations. You definitely will be excited to explore many of those technologies. You can meditate with Rasha. It's a device which puts you in meditative state. You can explore brain tap, the light system, light-based technology, which also energizes you. You name it. So many wonderful devices. Then we, of course, have main stage sessions, keynotes, and panel discussions about everything, starting from optimizing our gut-brain connection to our mind, to our hormone balance, women health, some talks on longevity, some talks on biotechnologies, some talks, of course, on, again, holistic approach to our health. And we have, which makes our conference very special, we have many immersive experiences. That breath work with Daniel Silva, meditations with Agustina Caminos, Wellness Director at Fayena Group. We have many Qigong, Tai Chi,
Kundalini.
Yoga with Swords, Kundalini Yoga. We have sound healing with the orchestra with Jared Bystrom, and many other smaller practical workshops, human design.
What are the dates?
September 24, 25, and 26 is 3-day event.
3 full days.
Yeah.
I mean, she is bringing together some of the most amazing healers from Miami that I know, some who have already been on the podcast. If you look back, Giselle, and Jared and I did retreats together back in the day. So even just 2 of the people that you've named, but then she's bringing in people renowned from around the world as her speakers, as her keynotes. So you can learn about this stuff. You can ask questions. You can get to know these practitioners so you can optimize your own health, your own longevity, and your own consciousness, really.
Yeah, and of course, this is the community. You can meet like-minded people and make new connections and potential partners. If you run some business, it's business opportunities at the same time. It's retreat, so you actually can put it all together. So have some fun, have some recharge, like reconnections, disconnections with everything which doesn't serve you anymore. Because when you come to this convention, you actually, you tune into the other people frequencies as well, and all these people with elevated frequencies, just because their intention to elevate their own frequencies and the frequencies of the community. So it's very good for business opportunities, and also for your retreat, personal growth, education.
And if you watched last week's podcast, we talked about that network, and this is getting more of those strings in that network and expanding yourself into new community.
Yeah, and community is also one of the most science-based longevity tools, right?
Community.
Yes, community. Blue zones, blue zones, so they confirm that they're just simple practices, everyday practices, and community, and living with purpose. This is also for longevity. So
I love this. So if you don't know what the blue zones are, they are the places around the world where they have the most concentrated people who have lived over 100, right? So they're called centurions. So not Santorini, where's the place in Italy? Sardinia. I have a couple friends that are from there. And Sardinia is a place. So they've gone, there's a documentary, there's a show with Zac Efron on Netflix where they visit these blue zones and they find out. I mean, these people aren't eating the healthiest. They're eating pasta maybe, and they're eating bread, but they're in community. They have daily practices. They're walking. They are cooking their own food.
This is
with the high
how
nutrient.
They eat, because it's not only what you eat, it's also how you consume your food.
Do you sit by yourself in front of the television and eat? And then you're taking in that.
This is not the worst scenario when you sit.
I've eaten in the car.
When you eat on the go, that's how you just don't process food. When you eat on the go,
it's so important. Thank you, Julia, for that. Is consciousness and presence in your eating.
Yes.
It's a big part of longevity, isn't it?
Yes, and they show us that these basics they truly important for longevity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've come so rush, and we have all these restaurants that give us that on the go.
Yeah.
Grab a sandwich and go,
Yeah.
grab a this and go. And yeah, it's not bringing us to presence.
Mm-hmm.
And the gut knows that.
Yes.
And we're probably eating too fast and overeating.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are overeating when we eat too fast. I actually like this feeling of half empty stomach.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily do prolonged fasting. I do not. However, I like these digestive pauses, and I like feeling like half empty stomach. It's also clarity of your mind. I don't like overeating. Like for me, eating is not about pleasing myself. It's just about getting enough nutrients, and then I please myself and I enjoy my life all other ways.
Right, because you feel better, you feel healthy, you feel good in your body, you don't get sick to your stomach.
And it's also from yoga, you know this. And yoga is a beautiful science-based, let's say, technology for optimizing your inner world. Yeah, it's not only exercising, you know this, I know.
Yes, but our audience needs to know this because a lot of people, I think power yoga became so big because those type A's, they want to sweat, they want to exercise, they want to move. But what they're not realizing is the most important pose in yoga is Shavasana.
Yes.
It's that integration and letting the body
but also
relax.
This Shavasana needs to be done after some practice.
Some movement.
I just divide, I separate like resistance training, which I still do a few times per week. I often do it with Vision Body suit, which is EMS suit, which contracts your muscles. They also will be at the expo. It's
you wear it while you work out?
Yes, it contracts all your muscles, and I'm in a good shape. No, I have been in good shape for all my life. I never was like in good shape, but EMS suits, they just allow you achieve results much faster because you can do 20 to 0 minute exercise training, which will be the same if you would do it without suit for 2 or 3 hours. So if you don't have enough time, you can do it in 20 minutes. And that's why I also love technologies, because they allow us to achieve some health goals faster, rapidly, with less effort. So coming back to exercising, resistance training absolutely must for building muscles. You know, muscles, longevity organ, and our metabolic health depends on our muscles. So this is important, but yoga, it's not resistance training for me, and I don't try to achieve like building my muscles with yoga. For that, I have EMS technology, I have resistance training, mobility training, but yoga, it's like unity, and especially arhatic yoga, which I practice. It's spirit, emotional, mind, body connection on all levels. And arhatic yoga mostly about purification, some other practices, of course, about some movement as well, but movement more like synchronized with your breathing. And you know, when you do yoga, the most important that you synchronize your movement with breathing. So if you can't breathe normally, like inhale, exhale, and you try to move in yoga class or faster or do harder, so it's not what you want. So the first task is synchronization with your breathing.
With your breathing,
And your yoga can be very simple if it's synchronized and if you put you in this state of mind when you're balanced. This is the purpose.
Beautiful. Well, I actually feel we've covered everything. I'm going to scan the questions, see if there's anything that pops out that we might want to get out. Does it truly mean to live well?
For me, truly live well, it's experiencing connection with your higher self and living on your purpose and on your truth. It's not even like you need to find some special purpose, because just living in full present moment and this is already a beautiful purpose of your life. If you think you need to find some special purpose, you don't need. You just enjoy your life.
So one thing I love to cover on here is how we live our life of line. Could you share some of your daily practices that help you keep your life in alignment?
So I already mentioned that I didn't mention, but I mean that my day starts with some mindful practices. It's not always specifically 1 hour yoga or meditation, but it's some practices. Even if you just breathe or you just expose your eyes to sunlight before you take your phone. So first of all, you awaken without any technologies. And then I do hydration for sure. And in most cases, I do certain gymnastics, yoga, meditation.
You move your body.
Move my body, of course. Hydration is very important, often with electrolytes or salt soleil, when you put your Himalayan salt the day before. It's not like pinch of salt.
Yes, the day before.
Yeah, because it releases minerals and electrolytes.
And do you believe, or do you, I don't want to say believe, feel, are you aligned with that the water should be room temperature?
Yes, room temperature.
And what about, I was told, as people squeeze a lemon, and I was told you need like 4 lemons and the skin to really get the pectin that you need. Are we doing ourselves a service by squeezing a lemon?
It doesn't do any harm to you, squeezing lemon in your room temperature water. So if you feel you like it, just drink it. Water, like no problem with that. I don't see any problems. Maybe it's not everything has to do some significant improvement. If it just you like it, okay, just do it. Yes, of course I take a lot of supplements. I do take a lot of supplements.
In the morning?
Mostly in the morning, just because I don't like a lot of food in the morning, and I believe I need all amino acids. That's why I take Super Amino 23 from Purium. They are plant-based amino acids. Plant-based.
I'm going to get that name from
Yeah,
you.
that's very good supplement. So it's already gives me some building blocks. Of course, I take NMN, creatine, and many other like supplements which are superfoods, not specifically some molecules, which are like I name molecules, but I don't name many other supplements for gut health as well. But not probiotics. For gut health, just improving like just digestion. It's not specifically probiotics. It's mostly superfoods. I eat not many times per day, mostly 2 times, mostly. Very rare 3 times. I can eat pretty late. I'm not afraid to eat a little later.
But it's what you're eating. It's important. You're not eating McDonald's at 11 o'clock at night.
Of course. And, even sometimes it helps you slow down your mind, because what I see with myself, why I don't like eat in the morning, because it slows down my mind a little. This heaviness, you digest, you process food. That's why I try to be a little bit hungry. And maybe in the second part of the day, I eat more heavy food, even meat.
Yeah.
Second part of the day, not in the morning.
I feel that way too.
Yeah, because then you slow down. Of course, meat is the heaviest food, and I used to be vegetarian for more than 10 years. But what I'm trying to say, of course, food is also energy. It slows down. Food with more heart, energy, slows down your mind. So I also mentioned, and this is for sure part of my practice, it's resistance training. I breathe, I move during the day, I pump my lymph, because we have heart to pump blood, but we don't have any organ in our system to pump
lymphatic.
Lymphatic. So I do some lymphatic drainage, even drainage for myself, or just this very well-known exercises with your jumps, hands up and down. I believe you know this also.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes.
Or a vibration plate too.
Yeah, vibration. We will have a vibration plate.
You guys are going to have the mega vibration plates. I've seen them before. I got this little tiny one, but I've seen those. Oh my God, they're so amazing.
No, they say that this is the best in terms of quality and size.
Yeah.
So they told me that this is like the smallest, most powerful possible. So smaller is not so powerful, and bigger may be more powerful, but it's already not convenient. So
they're bringing it into that.
Yes, they are bringing this. Detox.
Tell me.
Okay, so get rid of all toxins from your food, water, personal care products. This is the huge pillar for longevity.
Yeah.
Detox,
because what we're putting in our hair and on our skin is getting in. I guess people get frustrated because there's no cleaning products in my house with any chemicals, or even my spray for bugs and everything is all essential oil. Natural.
Yeah, this is some. I tested for toxins, for different kinds of toxins, heavy metals, mold, and industrial toxins, and I found that I have elevated industrial toxins. What does it mean? It would mean that I smoke, but of course I don't smoke. And what it means that I can't manage this because I get it from around, I don't know, my building.
Yeah, just being outside.
Yeah, being outside, Miami Beach, many people, many cars, many constructions. Around each corner. So I get a lot of toxins. I inhale, and this is very disappointing because we can be very intentional about our health and very choose what we use inside our home and optimize our environment. But at the same time, they still spray glyphosate. We still have problems even with ocean now, overgrowth of seaweed. Sargam. So it's very disappointing because, again, longevity and conscious longevity is also taking care about the nature. And
sargam actually can be used for a lot of profitable things and a lot of good
but
things,
why it grows? Why it overgrows? Because of climate change.
And everything that's happening in the ocean is causing it to grow more.
Yes.
There
are many causes, but also because of climate changes and
the water's rising. A lot of
products which we throw to the ocean as well.
Yeah. Well, Julia, I feel like we could talk forever. There's so much. Join us at the Ultimate Wellness Conference at the Faina in September 24th to the 26th.
Yes.
In the Faina Forum. You can find in the show notes, you're going to find information, maybe even a code for a little bit of a discount. So thank you, Julia.
Thank you so much.